Hi. Now that we've discussed how notes and tasks work, the next thing we would like to discuss is tickets. So notes are mainly used when you want us to add some information about a client to a contact record or a company record. Tasks are when we need someone else in the business to do something. In that case, we will create a task and allocate it to that person. Now, tickets are mostly used when there are going to be 2 to 3 people involved in a certain thing that we are going to be providing. For example, there is a GST query from the client, or we are creating a GST return or a BAS return for a client. In this case, we can start a ticket and allocate it to different people through different stages when the information is required from that person or someone else in the business. It can be another user, or it can be, for example, a bank or the tax department. So there are different stages we can allocate to a ticket. So when there are more than one or two people associated in a query, that's when we would create a ticket. So again, when we are in this contact record, on the right hand side is where we discuss tickets, or where we create tickets. Very simply, all we have to do is click on add ticket. If there is an existing ticket that's in the system, we can attach that ticket to a contact as well. But in this case, we are going to create a new ticket. So we'll do that from here. We'll name this ticket and we'll say, okay, well, this is a BAS query from the client. Ticket status, we can customize any of these, but in this case, we've got new, waiting on contact, on us, closed. Another couple that are recommended are things like waiting on the bank or the tax department. But again, we can create as many as you like, or also change the terminology. And then ticket description. This is a BAS query, client called to inquire. So as we've said, client call to inquire, we can select the source. Now, once we have a knowledge base set up, we can also start getting these tickets directly from the website. But in this case, we are going to say, okay, this was received via a phone call. And we can then start allocating ticket owners. So in this case, I'm going to allocate it to myself to begin with, but then we can change the owner of the ticket once I have done my part with this query. Now, assuming this is a medium query at this stage, we'll allocate a priority medium, and then we can associate this ticket to a company, to a contact, and that's again up to yourselves if you want to allocate it to the company and the contact, or simply just keep it as a ticket under the contact. And then we hit create. Once we have created this query or the ticket, we can actually go into it and preview what this ticket's all about, and then start adding different items to it. So, for example, if you want to add additional notes or client emails or any call queries or any call records, or simply create tasks under this ticket, we can do so just for this particular ticket without associating these with the contact, or with associating with the contact. That's entirely up to ourselves. So let's say I have done my bit with this BAS query. So then I'm going to say, okay, well, this is all done. I'm going to create a note. I have done my bit, and then associate. Again, it's up to the user whether this update or the note needs to be associated with any of with the contact, the company, or the ticket, or simply the ticket. In this case, I'm going to keep it just for the ticket and save this. Once I've done this, I can allocate this back to a different owner. In this case, Brad, and then I'm going to save this. Once I've saved this, Brad will get a notification saying this is a ticket assigned to him. Now the next part needs to be done by him. I can even create a separate task for Brad to act on this particular ticket. Please do your bit in this query. And save task for Brad. Actually, I have allocated to myself, so I'm going to change this back to Brad. So this is how you would create a ticket, view the ticket, and associate the ticket with a contact record. Same things apply in the ticket as well. You can format the ticket, you can attach files, you can attach images or any knowledge base article if you'd like. So very simple, very similar to the notes and tasks. You can also allocate additional items to the ticket. And there are other properties that you can view here at the bottom as well, which will then allow you to see the details of what may have happened with the ticket in the past. Once these tickets are created, all of them can be accessed under the service section. So if you go service and tickets, we can view them all from this section. There can be multiple tickets, multiple pipelines that can be created, and the views can also be changed. So in this case, we are viewing the table format. We can change it to a board format as well, which will display the tickets in the form of tiles. And then we can very quickly change the status of these tickets. So these are the tickets that are currently sitting in our queue. So if I have done what I had to do with the BAS query, and now it's waiting on the contact, so the next status can just be moved here, or the ticket can be moved to the next status. And now we're just waiting on the contact to get back to us with some information. Once the ticket is closed, you can simply just move it to closed. This is one way, or you can open the ticket and change the status to closed. In this case, this is a support pipeline, but we can have different pipelines set up as well for whatever reason. If you want to have like a sales pipeline ticket, which is mostly for the sales team that are answering specific types of queries, that can also be done. And then we can then start reporting on these tickets to see how many tickets are being sent by a specific contact, or how much time we may be spending on responding to client queries to streamline our processes, increase efficiency, and get the best out of HubSpot system. And then finally, we can also customize this part of the process. So we can customize the statuses that are displayed here at the top, or if you go to actions, we can edit some of the ticket stages and add additional stages as well if you'd like to. If you want to, if you've got filters saved, or if you want to go into any of the filters, we can create these filters to view only our tickets or the tickets that are common to everyone in the business.